Hey guys, it's Marcus from Veritas Immigration Law. We are an immigration-only law firm located in Southwest Florida, and we specialize in handling E1 and E2 treaty investor visas for folks coming from treaty countries to start their business here in the United States. Today, I want to talk about the renewal process for the E2 visa. As you may know, one of the things that makes the E2 visa such a great and kind of unique option among other immigration options is the ability to renew the E2 visa indefinitely. You can just keep renewing it over and over and over again. As long as your business continues to meet the E2 visa requirements, then the great benefit of the E2 visa is you can just continue to reside in the United States long term. So the purpose of this video is to just talk about what I see as one of the main considerations of getting that renewal approved. So it's not automatic, it's something you do have to apply for and get permission from the visa officer. Now, for most people, what I think is the most important consideration for the renewal is one of the elements of getting your E2 visa, which is called marginality. And hopefully this is something that you've discussed with if you used an attorney to apply for your E2 visa, you already know what this is, and certainly if you've worked with us, we would have discussed this with you. But it's really important, in fact it's critical to get the renewal or to even get your visa issued to show the visa officer that your business is not going to be, or if you're going for the renewal, that your business is not marginal. And marginal just means, if your business is marginal, it just means that the business is basically only existing to support you, or just to support you and your family. That it's only really creating enough revenue or income to support you, and it's not really having a significant effect on the larger economy around you. So, remember, in your initial E2 filing, you had to show the officer that your business was not going to be marginal. And the way that you did that was by making your substantial investment and through your written business plan. And so the visa officer basically just made an informed judgment about your business that it is not going to become marginal. When you're up for your renewal, the visa officer is not going to be relying on projections. He's going to be reviewing the past performance of your business and probably your original business plan to see if your original plan is matching, if your original projections are matching up to the performance of your business right now. And so one of the things that you're going to have to show the visa officer to satisfy that marginality requirement are your business financial statements. And you want your financial statements to indicate that your business is not marginal. So, and the way that you can do that is through just a combination of evidence. So you want to show a combination of evidence that's not necessarily just one or two things, but you want to show a totality of the circumstances that your business is not marginal. So, for example, maybe you've hired some workers. Maybe your revenue has increased significantly. Maybe you have new physical locations, or you've expanded the physical space that you're in, or something like that. It can take a lot of different forms. The key thing is that you do not want the visa officer to consider your business to be a marginal one, because that is going to make your renewal very difficult. Most people will know this ahead of time. As you're going into the phase of your renewal, you're probably going to know how your business is performing based on your original business plan. But if you're working with us, some of the things that we'll want to see are basically all of your business financial documents. So that'll be the business's federal tax return. So that'll be your Form 1120, your quarterly returns on your 941s. If you have employees who are on payroll, we're going to want to see the W-2s if they're W-2'd, or if you have some 1099 employees, we'll want to see those wage statements. In addition, we'll probably are going to want to see your business operating, your bank accounts, to see what the balances are, your business's profit and loss statement, and basically all of your business's financial records, because we want to make sure that what we are presenting to the visa officer is going to give him a favorable impression that your business is operating very well and that it's not just a marginal business. So there's obviously many other considerations that can come into play at the renewal phase, but in terms of like for most people, I think the marginality question is probably the most stressful for people. And if that's something that we can give you some certainty around before you go into your renewal, I think that just helps people have some peace of mind as they go into that new interview with the visa officer. So if you are at that phase in your E2 visa process, I would invite you to reach out to us. We'd be happy to just perform a little evaluation to see where you stand in the renewal process. If we think you might need some additional support with that, or maybe you don't really need too much support. Maybe your business is flourishing and that's really not going to be a primary issue for you. But feel free to please reach out to us. We'd be happy to have that discussion with you and do that evaluation.